tune.
It's Micki time, and since we're talking about making frothy stuff tasting like pumpkins, we brought in our Starbucks correspondent, Barista Emeritus David Burbank, to join Micki Gamez. So this is the 20th anniversary of the Pumpkin Spice Latte?
Yes, it is. Pumpkin Spice Latte, PSL, as people call it.
PSL for the cool cat.
PSL, yes. Celebrating 20 years, and Starbucks decided, hey, let's kick it off today. And they also added some other fall drinks to the menu as well. I'm not a PSL fan. I'm just going to be honest right there. But the other fall drinks I am a fan of. So they're going to do the apple crisp oat milk macchiato.
That one,
Whoa.
I was because I love apple crisp. It tastes like bad breath to me.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't get into it.
I can get into it, though.
Okay.
I like that one.
I'm happy for you.
They're also doing the pumpkin cream cold brew. And
Don't sleep on that one. That one is actually fire. It's very good.
Fire.
David,
Don't
do you
try
know
it.
the secret recipe behind it? I mean, do they use actual pumpkins?
Copious amounts of sugar and then some nutmeg and cinnamon and such. I don't think there's any pumpkin puree in it at all. We used to get them in these large sort of industrial bottles, and the orange color that they are is really uncanny.
Probably like baby poop.
Yeah.
I'm getting nauseous.
Oh, that's great, Colleen.
Well, I'm just saying.
And I will say, as someone who has made hundreds and hundreds of PSLs in my years, I still do love it. It's not an everyday of fall type of drink for me. It's really sugary.
It's really thick, too.
It's
Drinking
very
it
thick.
is
Well, you probably have the wrong barista then if it's too thick for you, if you're tasting the syrup itself. Because in theory, the barista mixes it in, integrates it in with the espresso well enough, and then integrates it in with the froth.
If I tell them like send it back and mix it, then I'm a Karen, right? Like I've never
Honestly,
had a good
as a
PSL.
barista, if you ask nicely to have your drink
course I ask
redone,
nicely.
we don't care. We're getting paid the same.
So,
anyways,
Micki, do you allow yourself a pumpkin spice latte?
I do not. I mean, I've tried it once. I'll never do it again. I didn't like it. I don't even like pumpkin pie.
Do you like pumpkin beer?
No.
What?
I don't drink beer.
Okay. I
Do you
didn't know
like
that.
pumpkin in any of its forms?
No.
Well, there's the problem.
No.
There you go.
I'm
Pumpkin
not
seeds?
I'll do pumpkin seeds.
Okay.
I love
Ding,
carving
ding, ding.
pumpkins.
What about butternut squash?
I
Everybody
do.
likes
I
butternut.
love a butternut squash with a little cinnamon and nutmeg baked in the fall. Yes, I do, with some goat cheese. But I do have a question for you, David. I heard a rumor that there is no pumpkin in the pumpkin spice latte.
I mean, as far as I know, there isn't. It's essentially a really sugary, cinnamony, nutmeggy latte. Yeah, and it's to me, it is the taste of fall. It's not the taste of pumpkin. It is the taste of fall, and it's the smell of fall, and it brings back a lot of good memories of being up at 3, 4 in the morning and making people their PSLs, and people love it. People thank you, they praise you when you make them a PSL.
People are crazy about it, and I knew that it was coming out before they did the news story, because I was at QFC in my neighborhood the other day, and the guy, the worker, the stalker, was there with the little thing with the stacks of cream, the pumpkin spice latte cream from Starbucks, and he was filling it into
This is at-home creamer that you purchase
the at-home
retail,
creamer that you
and, then
exactly.
you put it in your own.
And people were like, "Oh, it's back!" And before he could even get it into the freezer, they were grabbing it out of the bins.
It's
and
like
I think
the Cabbage Patch debacle of
Unbelievable.
the 80s.
So
Except pumpkin spice.
is the debut different every year? Is it like a closely held secret? Did you guys?
They
when
usually
you were
a
barista,
month before they'll usually sort of start teasing it a bit in
but
the
they're
store.
a little early this year. I believe they're
are.
a little they're a little
and that's
early.
specifically for the 20th anniversary of its release. But for the store, for the baristas, we get it about 2 weeks before the public
So are you
gets
sworn
it.
to secrecy?
Yes,
You have
and
to sign an
can't.
NDR.
Unfortunately, you can't use up all the syrup before the real release. But me and my fellow baristas would always, make ourselves one pumpkin spice,
You
per
were nipping
shift
at the
for it.
syrup?
Oh yeah. Hey, you got to get your beak wet if you're a barista.
What
Shocking.
about other pumpkin spice stuff, like the pumpkin spice Oreos and the pumpkin spice marshmallows?
Well,
and the
check this
pumpkin-
out. They're going to do the pumpkin cream cheese muffin. That's going to return this year.
Which is
and I'll be
fantastic.
honest, I will. It sounds good. The cream cheese, maybe with the pumpkin. I'm going to try it. I'm going to go get one.
I don't trust shelf-stable cream cheese.
Oh.
I mean, it's not very shelf stable. They last probably 3 days on the Starbucks shelves.
Wow, you're
The
really
owl
defending
cake
Starbucks.
pops are
toss
coming
them,
back too.
or you give it to one of your
In your
baristas
pocket.
and they take it home.
Well, I've learned a lot here. I've learned that David Burbank was single-handedly reducing the stocks of pumpkin spice by taking a little sip on the
This
side.
is David at work with the syrup,
Yeah. And that
just pumping it in his mouth.
and that Micki is a pumpkin hater. So
I don't hate pumpkins. I
so
just don't.
For Halloween, do you like revenge carved pumpkins just to get back at them?
Maybe this year I will.
Yeah. I knew it. Thank you, Micki.
You're welcome.
Sully, when was the last time you had a PSL?
Never.
Never, yeah.
All right, what a pumpkin beer.
Never.
Never, not
Yeah.
even.
Took one half little sip. They're terrible.
There's some good ones.
Chris doesn't
If
go near
there is-
vegetables in any form.
It's terrible. I don't care for what is in my beer.
I'm going to get you a good one.
I don't know. I just
Because
don't.
if they use just like the syrup or the flavor of it, if they actually brew pumpkin, it can taste good.
Well, I
You should
might-
buck the trend at some point, Sully. We
No.
can predict any time that you're going to say, no, I haven't. No, I don't like something. At some
I know.
point, say, oh, yeah, I love
I'm a simple
PSL.
man, David.